Hello, it is week 31? 31, I think, of the road to 100 interviews. Yes, because I remember next week it's going to be my age, 32. My hope is to not go past 40 weeks. That's another 2 months, and yikes. I wanted you to know that I had some difficulty sending questions this week. Just didn't seem to go well. And so I had 3 people picked out, and then it turned out that those were maybe not the best people to ask right now. So the first person I was very excited about, but then I couldn't find their contact information, so that ended quickly. And then the second person I'd picked out, they kind of live in the public eye, and it seemed like they were very busy right now. And that didn't seem like a good time to be like, hi, do you want to answer some questions? And the third person is working on a documentary that I'm very excited about, but there's not a lot of information out there yet, and I haven't seen the movie. So it didn't seem like the right time to try and ask questions for something that obviously I'm not very knowledgeable on at the moment. I felt like a GPS and it was sort of like recalculating. So it kind of looks like I didn't put in effort into these people this time, but I did. It was a lot of thought went into like, what do I do now? Back in June, I tried to interview Drew Lynch, and I got a response right away, but it was saying that whoever I wrote to, I can't remember, was a manager or a publicist, that they were away traveling and that they may be slow to respond. However, if it was time sensitive, then I could contact another person. So I didn't do that until this week because obviously I was in a bit of a bind. And then I thought about it after, and it was kind of like I was wondering, like, is this person really traveling? Because they hadn't responded yet, and it kind of seemed like it was a nice way of saying, don't contact me. So I don't have high hopes that Drew will respond. Especially, I know he saw my Instagram story when I tagged him before, and usually when someone sees the story and then doesn't say yes or no, that's where it ends. That's okay. That's okay. That's what I keep telling myself. So at the beginning of the year, I had already completed 81 interviews, and now I'm currently at 98. The reason I wore my Bryan shirt today was because I wanted to try and interview Ethan Payne, and he was a former American Idol contestant, but also a former Make-A-Wish kid. And so his wish was to meet Luke Bryan, and Luke gave him his guitar. And now, full circle moment, Ethan has written a song called Luke's Guitar, and it's about what that guitar means to him. And he actually received the guitar before even being on Idol, so I just thought that was a really cool story. And then when I was looking up how to contact Ethan, I found out he's represented by the same management company as Sam Woolf, who I tried to interview a few weeks ago now. And I thought, well, what if I just try this again? And so I did that. Normally I don't. Usually it's not good to ask for more than one at a time, but the way this is going, I was like, whatever. And and so I emailed the company through the email that they had listed on their Instagram, and it got sent back to me today, and it said that Google was going to try for another 45 hours or so to send it again, but that didn't look hopeful. But I do have an alternate email for Ethan. I recently came across a video of an interview with Howard Stern and Ed Sheeran, and this is a quote that Ed said, and I feel like it sums this up pretty well. You learn nothing from success, nothing. You learn everything from the failures, and this is the thing that annoys me about the state that the world is in at the moment, is that no one talks about failure anymore. It's like shame. Failure is shame. It's like, let's bury that and not talk about it. No one goes, what did we learn from this? Whereas with success, everyone shouts about it. Success happens from failing hundreds of times.
Everybody holds their cell phone up. They're like, oh, I'm YouTubing this shit. I'm YouTubing this shit. Look at everybody. Oh, Lord.
After I realized that Sam Woolf wasn't going to receive my questions this week, I considered trying to interview an extra person, but I feel like, my energy is being stretched thin on this project already, and I thought I'm just going to save them for next week. I did make an attempt to interview 3 people, and I'm just going to leave it at that.